Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to our first video in 2024. Happy New Year. We're going to be taking it a little back into 2023 because I have my top 23 beauty products of 2023. And I would have done it sooner, but you know, here we are today. I have been wanting to do this video since 2022. I told you guys 23 is just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's a important number for me because it's my actual birth date, the actual date on the 23rd. So since last year, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have my top 23 of 2023. And the products I have for you guys today, they might be boring to you guys, but they are products that I have used year round, that I have continued to use. If I finish them, I repurchase them. They're products that I genuinely use and love and recommend for a reason. I don't like to be one to recommend products that I only use once or only use in one video because that's just not my style. The products that I talk about and that I recommend to you guys, I have tried, they're tried and true, loved, and that's why I recommend them. So everything will be linked down below, as always, and let's get in with the favorites. The first product I want to talk about is the only skincare type of product that I have on the list, which being number one, it's my Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream, and this is from the brand COSRX, or COSRX, however you pronounce it. And this is the Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. This is not the essence, because I do have that as well. The cream. I like this. I've only tried it probably like 2 times, so I haven't used it enough to be like, oh, it's a favorite, it's not, I recommend it or not. So I'm going to continue to try that one. But this cream. Oh my gosh. I know we all are guilty of falling into the hype of products on TikTok, especially TikTok. I mean, Instagram and YouTube as well, but I feel like right now it is the TikTok time, and if we see it on TikTok, we go and we look for it. And I'm guilty as charged as well, because girl, the amount of products that I bought last year because I saw them on TikTok, or the amount of things that I have gone to try, restaurants because of TikTok. I mean, I'm loving it, but you know, we're all a little guilty. This snail cream, guys, I love this stuff. And I actually found mine at Marshall's. I have seen them around Marshall's, TJ Maxx, probably Nordstrom Rack. You'll be able to find them as well. I've seen them at Ulta as well. This is amazing for wrinkles, fine lines. I started using them under my eyes, focusing on the fine lines that I have on my forehead. I'm working on this one currently because this one was a lot more like, you could see it a lot more, kind of like this one right here. The ones on the side of my mouth, I have just been putting it and focusing it wherever I have the most lines. And my wrinkles aren't completely disappeared, but they're not as pronounced as they were, and that's something that I have been loving. That is one of the reasons why I continue to use this, and I love how hydrating it is on the skin. The next morning, my skin feels so plump and it looks so like just healthy, and I love that so much. So this is, I definitely recommend. If you want to work this into it as well, like to your skin, just add a little bit more. This is a Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. I mean, that's what I'm going to try to start doing. But this is where the money's at, in my opinion. Now we're going to move on kind of in an order of how I do my makeup for a little bit. I'm going to start off with Power Gripping Primers. This hands down has to be the best one, 2023, and the one I use the most. I can even say that I finished some of my other ones and I didn't buy them again, but this is a fresh new one, which I actually forgot to put on today, and I can tell the difference on my products on the skin by not using this. This, you couldn't you can't really see it when I wear the Power Grip Primer. And this isn't as noticeable like this on the sides of my mouth. Like I can totally tell the difference in my makeup just from not using this product. And that just goes to show for me how good this product is. So I like to switch off between the pink one and this one. The pink one's the one that has 4% niacinamide. I will put a picture right here. I just finished that one. That's the one I was working on. And I just opened this one. So whenever I finish this one, I will go back to the pink one. Whenever I finish the pink one, go back to this one. I just saw though that they're bringing back the dewy skin again, the watermelon. And I will be on the website tomorrow, 9 a.m. purchasing 10 of those because I need that back in my life. But this has been a really, really good alternative once that one went like out, once they discontinued it per se. But it's so popular that people are bringing it back. I think it's a dewy primer, the e.l.f. one, the watermelon. But anyways, on this is the top one. This one and the 4% niacinamide. Pink or green, whichever one. Now, pore filling primer. This has become my absolute favorite. I am completely out of this. I have a fresh new one in a Sephora order that I have sitting over there. This is a Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is amazing. It fills in your pores. It smooths out the skin. It makes my makeup last. And that's like my favorite part of this primer. I love it. I love this so much. I finished it. I'm so surprised. This will be going into my finished products. Today was actually the last of what I squeezed out. So very, very happy. Now for foundation, my absolute favorite foundations. I do only have 2 this year. I feel like foundation wise this year for me was very lackluster. So I'm glad I stuck with these 2. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation stays all day and night, for sure does. I love the formula of this because it is very full coverage, but it's not super heavy. I have mine in the shade 4 Neutral. And I really, really like this one. It's just awesome. It does last long. I wore this in the summer and I loved it. It's my go-to foundation, honestly, because it just looks so good on the skin. And then this one, I went back to purchase this. I hadn't used it for a while. And I was like, you know what? I need a good foundation. I just want one. And I was like, let me just go back to this one. Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer is my jam. Like this stuff in the summer as well is so good. It just locks into place. I have the shade MN3 and I love it. So you can use it as concealer or foundation. I only use foundation because that's how I like to use it. I love it. But it does come with its little applicator. Just to show you guys. For concealer. And it's really good. It is, it says it's blue light defense, anti-pollution, blue zone, cruelty-free, gluten-free, vegan-friendly. And the coverage and the wear of it is amazing. Concealer, also very lackluster for me. I do have a few in some orders that I have over on that side. But we have Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This was my top concealer for 2023 because I just love the formula of it, the coverage, the luminous matte look. I know it's so weird, but it is a soft matte with kind of like a luminous look to it. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks so nice underneath the eyes, and that is why it was my favorite from all the ones that I have and some of the ones that I tried. This one's just hands down awesome. I have the shade Nougat 2.5. If you guys watched any of my videos last year, I'm pretty sure you guys know the powder I'm going to be talking about because I mentioned this so many times and I talked about this powder so many times. We have the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder, matte finish and enhanced radiance loose powder, the exact name. I have 2. This is a shade Satin Blanc and it's my absolute favorite shade. I would say it's like a translucent shade. And I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous on the skin. It is perfection. It smooths out everything and gives me such a flawless look. And I love it. This is a shade 3 Voile Rose. Voile, I don't know how to pronounce that. But I'll just show you guys real quick. This powder just sets my skin in a way that no other powder does. It makes my makeup matte, but not like super, super flat. And it just is such a beautiful look on the skin because it has the tiniest, babyest specks of glitter. Very, very fine glitter. It doesn't make your skin look extremely glittery, shiny, nothing like that. But when the light catches or the sun catches your face, you can see the little glitter flecks on your face, like very, very minimal. And I love that look. Love it so much. I know some people don't like this powder for that specific reason. That's the actual reason why I love this powder even more. Besides the longevity of it, longevity. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. But yeah, this hands down one of my top products of 2023. Setting spray definitely has to be the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This setting spray, I've been buying it probably for the past 4 years and I love it. And this year was not the exception. I continue to get it over and over again. I know you can get the large one, but I just like the small one because sometimes I like to take this with me. So it's way better than the jumbo one. I keep getting the small size and I'm okay with it. I love it. It's just amazing. It locks my makeup in all day, all night, and I have tested that over and over again, all night to the next day when I come home with my makeup on. Yeah, that's how long it makes my makeup last, and I love it. Very quickly, lashes. Kiss So Wispy collection, but the specific one is the curated collection. I don't have the box, but I will insert a picture here or over on this side so you guys can get a better view of them. This one though is one of the styles that's in that kit, which is why I have it. I love it. So this is a style 01 as well. But in that set they have Pompadour, I think Ritzy, number 11, number 1, and I think the last one is maybe number 9 or 5, something like that. But that set is my absolute favorite. I recommend you get it at Amazon. That is the cheapest I have bought it, and I just continue to leave it in my cart, and every time I place an order for other stuff, I always get a new pair, except now, which is why I need to order another box of these lashes, the curated collection from Kiss. It's the So Wispy, just letting you guys know. But I love them. All the styles I love, which is why I like to get that set because they're all different styles. But they all look good on my eyes and they are so comfortable. That's what I love about these Kiss lashes, that their band is very thin, like very, very thin, and you don't even feel the lashes on your eyes, which is my favorite part about these. Now we're going to do lips very quickly before we finish off with the face products because we have very little lip products, and that is because I feel like I stuck to either nude or red lipstick, or I was just wearing a lip oil. But lip liners, these are the two that I have wore all year long with either my nude lip combo or my red. I have been loving the brown lip liner with the red lipstick look. It's so, so good. But the colors that I have been using are the NYX lip pencil. And then we have the shade Espresso and Hot Cocoa. This is Espresso up here, which is like a true brown. And then Hot Cocoa is more of like a red brown, but I love both either way. They're my favorite, the two that I used all year. And I'm just putting them in one number because it's the same brand and the same product, just different shades. Now for the red, we have Makeup Forever Rouge Artist Forever Matte liquid lipstick in number 402, Constantly on Fire. The formula of these is so good. I want some of the nude colors so I can do my nude lip combos, but this red is very, I would say is more liquidy than other liquid lipsticks. More watery maybe, but the pigmentation is there, and that's what I like about it. It's like extremely pigmented. Look at that color. Looks like paint, and I love it. The color is bright red. It's like the perfect true red. Obsessed with the formula of this, and it's very long lasting. And the last little lip product chunk that I did, Sephora cream lip stains, Sephora collection cream lip stains. These, I just talk about them nonstop, but that's because they're so good. It's such a good formula of liquid lipsticks that I feel like they're so underrated. They're only $13, and right now you can get their kit that they come out with every like Christmas time, that they do their kits, and you get like 2 reds, a pink, 2 nudes. So you get 5 liquid lipsticks for like $30, $35. And these are only $13 individually. I mean, if you buy 5, it's going to be way more than the $30. So you are saving some money when you get the kit. And that's how I get all of mine. I get the kit every year, and actually I have to add one to my cart because I don't want them to sell out because they're just so good. But the colors that I use, these are the exact colors that I use all year. The red one for sure is my absolute favorite red as well. 01. Then we have 72 for my nude lip combo. 40. And then we have 23. Of course, 23. Now, for me, I feel like this was a year of cream products. And I learned how to use them last year and this year because I used to be very anti-cream products since I had extremely oily skin. I feel like the more years go by, my skin is more like combination, like fully combination to normal, and not as oily as it used to be, even in the summer. So I'm okay with the change in how my skin is evolving. But I'm also loving the fact that I was open to trying cream products, not only blushes, but the cream contours. These products used to scare me so much because I was like, okay, it's going to melt off. It's just going to look awful. It's going to look patchy. I don't know how to do this. In my head, it always was like only professional makeup artists can use those products because I don't know how to use those. And I have 2 liquid and 2 cream products to talk about because I was open to trying them and learning how to use them, and I'm obsessed. So the products that really like did it for me when I started trying them was the She Glam liquid, what is this called? Sunsculpt liquid contour in the shade Golden Sun. I love this. This is what opened me to trying other products. And this is just like a little sponge applicator. So beautiful. This is probably the most affordable one, and I recommend it because it's really, really good. The product blends beautifully. It doesn't move my foundation. It doesn't, move any of the other products that I have on my skin, and I love that. I have the shade again, Golden Sun. This is my favorite one. It's like the perfect shade for my skin. It's actually what I'm wearing today. And then we have the next affordable one, which is a drugstore one, Milani Liquid Contour Conceal and Perfect in the shade 1 Honey. The way they did this formula, 10 out of 10. Best drugstore liquid contour. Honestly, I'm obsessed. I'm almost out of this. I literally have to squeeze so hard to get the rest of the product out. But this, again, the formulation is just amazing. And what I like about all these products is that they don't move my foundation. They don't get patchy on the skin. They blend out beautifully. They're creamy, they're soft, and they just look nice on the skin. They're not too orange, and they don't look too gray and muddy. So they're just perfect for my skin. Love them. Next we have Juvia's Place cream contour, and this is in the shade Nutmeg, which I thought wasn't going to be a good shade for me, but it actually ended up being perfect, and I love it. The creaminess of this product and how easy it just blends out, and it gives you like such a sun-kissed look on the skin. I love. If we're looking for a medium price contour, I would say this is it. If you're looking for more drugstore affordable, Milani. If you're looking for affordable, She Glam. And now if you're willing to splurge and want something, let's say at Sephora, Patrick Ta cream contour and powder bronzer duo in the shade She Sculpted is the one I have. You guys can see, this is literally the most used. Out of all of them, this is my most used product. There was months where I would just use this month after month, and it just became my absolute favorite. I love the formula of the cream contour. It's perfection for my skin. For me, I love it. It doesn't get patchy. It doesn't nothing. It doesn't fade throughout the day. Like, it stays on so good, and it just blends so good, and I love it. I like the powder a lot as well. Sometimes when I don't use the cream product and I use like some of these other liquid ones or the Juvia's Place one, I still use the powder to like set or give me some warmth to the skin, which is why I love how versatile this product is. Now on to the cream and liquid blushes. The same thing goes. The She Glam Color Blossom liquid blush was what opened my doors to trying all these other liquid and cream products, and this in the shade Birthday Suit, also my favorite color, favorite liquid product. It has that same sponge tip applicator as a contour, and these are just so pigmented and so pretty. They're so long lasting. The pigmentation stays all day long. They don't fade throughout the day. They don't cling onto anything, and they're just gorgeous on the skin. So thanks to trying this one and loving it, I opened the door to try all these other products, starting with the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Hope. The pigmentation on these is unreal, and I love that. Like, you need very, very little. This is going to probably last me forever. I mean, or might go bad before forever, because they're so pigmented and so beautiful. You need the tiniest dot, and you have such a pigmented look. So I love that. This is actually what I'm wearing today, and the color is just so pretty. I love it. Now, if you only need a tiny dot with this one, you need half of that with this one. Juvia's Place liquid blush in the shade Soft Tulip. Guys, I can't understand how, if you only need the tiniest amount with this, you only need half of that with this, because it's just so pigmented. I wanted more shades, but honestly, like, this is going to last me forever, and it probably will go bad before forever, because it's just that good, that pigmented. Like, this is, be careful with the pigmentation on this, because it is insane. It's intense, but I love how easy it is to blend, how good it looks on the skin, how bright and bold, but it still looks like a pretty blush on the skin, which is what I love. Next, we have Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in Do We Know Her? And this, I love the formula on this so much that I was like, you know what? I need to buy one of these, and I actually want another one. This has a powder and a cream blush. I love the versatility of this. If you travel a lot and you don't want to take that many products, you don't want to take a powder and a cream, or a powder and a liquid, you have this, and you have both products in one. And that's what I love about this. Love the formula of the cream product. It's so creamy, pigmented, definitely buildable, but it doesn't get patchy. It doesn't cling onto your foundation or move your foundation around, which is something that I love. And they set so well as well. Then we have Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in Just Peachy. This one was definitely a purchase because of like the TikTok viralness of it. And then I saw a lot of people saying that it wasn't as pigmented. This is definitely a very, very buildable product. If you don't want to go in super pigmented or super heavy-handed at first, you can definitely build up the color to your desire to be very, very pigmented. And I've done it. So I think it's very workable, and I like that about this. It does give you a very healthy glow. I figure if you have dry skin and you don't set your makeup, this is just going to be so glowy and beautiful on the skin. I still like it on my skin, but I feel like on dry skin, a lot of people don't tend to use a setting powder because they have a lot of dryness on their skin, and this will just give you that glow and healthy look on the skin. I just love it. Love this one so much, and that's why it's in this list. And last of the blushes, we have the One Size Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio in Very That. And this is Very That, giving everything. I love this trio because it has a cream product, a powder blush, and for me this is more of a topper. It doesn't look like a blush on my skin, it looks like a topper, and I love that. It gives the effect of like a satin blush on the skin. I have done all three of these, have just done the cream and this, just these two. This one I will use it to top other blushes that are like just matte, or other of my liquid or cream blushes. So this is also a very versatile palette product because you can do so much with it. And you know, this is definitely one that's also great for travel because you have 3 products in one and you can mix and do all that just with one palette. So I love that about this one from One Size. And the packaging as well, so beautiful. And the last product we have is from Rare Beauty, and it's the Exhilarate Highlighter. The formula on this is amazing. I am wearing it today and it's just so easy to even tap it on with my finger and give that beautiful glowy look without doing too much. And you can definitely pack it on though to make it a blinding highlight. And if I'm being honest, this is the only highlighter I used in 2023, which is why it's on the list and it's the only one. I can literally count that there was only 2 other products that I used and that was it. But that was 2 days. I didn't even use them more than once. I just used them 2 days and that was it. So Rare Beauty, this highlighter, hands down, amazing. And that's basically it. I want to wish you guys a very, very happy new year. I hope you guys had a great time. We're leaving 23 in the past now. We're starting fresh, new year. I'm very happy, very excited. And I want to thank you guys for your support in 2023 and for the support that you will hopefully give me 2024. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Thank you for all the support. And like always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.